I started getting too big for my britches.
Yeah.
And I had to quit my full-time job because I wanted to follow my passion.
Welcome to episode 91 of Yellow Colored Glasses. I have, once again, the incredible Amie Fleming with Fleming Floral Station on the podcast. And I'm so excited to talk to her because the last time you were on, we got to learn so many cool things about you, your story, and your business, kind of where it comes from, the concept behind everything, and it has evolved so much.
Oh my gosh, so much has happened in the last year and a half. Well, a little over a year.
So I don't want to get into too many details. So let me, do all of our intro stuff first.
Sure.
So this review is from Brian Brunel. Brian says, "I've been using Warren & Mount's agency since before it was cool." Oh my God. I did not read this before. I just spit. I did not read this before. So thank you, Brian. Before it was cool. That is hilarious. At the end of the day, we all just want someone to pick up the phone when we call our agents, and these guys always will. The best part is they'll find you the best policies out there without you worrying about it, if it really is. Try them, and I bet you won't leave. That is the best review ever. Thank you so much, Brian. That was very sweet. So, Peak and Pit. Did we do Peak and Pit last time you were on?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so yeah, I think we would have started that maybe shortly after. So we're going to talk about something that's going really well for you, a peak, and maybe something that you're struggling with, or something that it just isn't going so well. For me, what is going well is that I am not working next week.
That's amazing.
I guess I am and I'm not. I'm going to Lake Tahoe. So I'm going to be doing some work. I'm going to be editing. But, yeah, at least I'll get to do it with a nice view.
Yeah, no joke.
So, yeah. What about you? What's going well for you?
The business is just unbelievable. The support from the community is, I can't even put it into words. So I can't believe how far I've come.
Yeah.
Just since I opened in January.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's a testament to you. So also, side note, me and Amie planned on getting her on actually in April. We're kind of late. We were supposed to get on in April. Mm-hmm. We planned that a long time ago. But yesterday, I think I even talked about you several days ago. But yesterday, we came to the office. No, that's a lie. No, that is right. Yesterday. And there were flowers on the door.
It was May Day.
It was May Day. And I just think that is so sweet. And things like that are the reason why the business, I really do believe, is doing so well. So kudos to you.
Well, thank you.
Yes. Yeah. So Pitt, something not going so well. What's not going so well? Insurance rates are just really crazy right now, and on behalf of myself, I hate explaining to people, the reason why, because I know that the information is not helpful. It doesn't help anybody's financial situation at all. There's nothing that either one of us can do. And then on the client side of things, I hate that it's happening because, once again, no one can really do anything. It kind of is what it is. So that kind of sucks. It's just kind of just a struggle right now, especially since we have, been in business for 3 years now. There's just a lot, but it's okay. Just part of it. What about you?
Trying to find the balance.
Mm-hmm.
So I am in constant work mode. And so trying to find the balance where because I am lucky enough to live right next door to where I work, that also poses its own issues.
Yes.
I'll just go over there and work, or
Mm-hmm.
I'll end up staying late and be like, oh, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you had to leave and go somewhere, it'd be different.
Yeah.
So just finding that work balance
Yes.
in my new business is kind of
So actually, let's talk about that. So the last time you were on, and I can't remember if we said the number before we started or after we started, but Amie was on episode number 29. You should totally go back and listen to it. And whatever date that was posted.
first part of March
of last year?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Okay, so Amie's business has changed substantially since
exponentially.
then.
It's just unbelievable.
You were still working, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have so much to talk about. Okay, so let's dive into, first of all, everybody has to go watch episode 29 so you can have a reference point and like a context to why this is so cool. But tell us about your building.
So I bought the property with the intent eventually to build a building.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, oh, it'll be a couple of years.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take my time. It'll be a couple of years. That did not happen.
Yeah.
So I started getting too big for my britches.
Yeah.
And I had to quit my full-time job because I wanted to follow my passion.
Yeah.
And so in July, I quit my full-time job and started doing floral,
Yeah.
full-time, and opened my shop in January of this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I am just so busy, but my building is on the same piece of property that my house is.
Yeah.
For anybody that's been a Pleasant Hillian for a long time, I live in the old Gray house. That's what I've been told. So Mr. and Mrs. Gray, I guess Gray's Hardware, used to own that house eons ago.
Okay. I did not know that. It's news to me.
Right. So I didn't know that either going into it. But I'm really fortunate in that the people that have owned it since them have done some really great things in it.
Yeah.
They've kept all of the really fun character and all of that. So, and I totally rehabbed the inside.
I feel like you did too. I mean, I didn't see it before, but
Right,
you kept some really cool things.
I did. Because I wanted them. I'm an old soul, so I wanted to keep all the old everything. So my whole there's a telephone box, one of the old style telephone boxes in my living room.
Have you showed me this?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think you've been in the house.
I haven't been in the house, but you've showed me lots of pictures.
Sorry. And so I kind of designed my whole entire living room around that telephone box as far as the wood color. And I was like, that has to stay. You cannot take that out.
That is so
So
cool.
my building kind of mirrors that old look. I love the old rusty tin, like the ceiling is rusty tin. I have reclaimed barnwood beams in the shop and on the front of my workspace and everything. So yeah, old is better where I come from.
I love it. It's so cool. Okay, side note, like whenever you're looking at the house from the exterior, it looks very like, to me, it looks like modern farmhouse, like white and black. But you go inside, I haven't been in your house, but again, I've seen photos, and it's just so cool what you have done with everything. And I love it so much. Now, shifting over to your building, which is the business, what is that like? And also, side note, I have to commend you, because Amie came in and talked to me and Jake for a long time, and she had this whole thing like lined out how it was gonna look and everything, and it looks literally exactly how you described it.
I always tell brides when I'm doing their consults that if it looks half as good in person as it looks in my head right now, we're good. Yeah. And the building looked better than it did in my head.
It looks so incredible. So tell us about the building, what you do in there. Obviously you work in there, but what does work consist of? Because you have some extra things. Like, you're not just doing flowers. Even if she were doing flowers, that's great, but you're doing more in there.
So I'm a full florist. So I do weddings, funerals, just because whatever you need, I do it. I literally had some girls come in last weekend and they were doing the cutest idea for a bachelorette party. It was margaritas and matrimony.
Oh, that's cute.
And they just wanted some simple, like hand-tied bouquets. And I was like, wait a minute. If you give me a second, I have the perfect thing. And so I had, one of the things that I had done is I do vase recycling. And so sometimes people give me things that aren't vases. So somebody had given me these blue swirled margarita glasses.
Okay.
And so I put arrangements inside the margarita glasses. And they were like over the moon excited about it. Like, did like a whole little photo shoot out in front of my sign out in front of the house. And like, it was just amazing. Like, it was so cool.
That's a great idea.
But I was just like one of those moments where I was like, I have the thing.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I think being a florist, you can be a little hoarderish.
Because I'm sure, because you think you're gonna
you may
use
need
it.
that someday.
Yeah.
Just like the dad that keeps the 2x4 for 12 years. I'm gonna use it someday.
Yes.
That's me. That's
you.
Totally me.
Yes, in female flower style.
Exactly. So that was a moment of us like, yes, I knew I'd use those. So.
That's so
cute. So I'm a full florist. I do everything. I do classes also. The building has a back room that's actually the garage, but I knew that I would want to do classes. So I have fold down desks all along the perimeter of the garage so that if I need to pull my car in, I can, but I also can use it as classroom space. It has a little kitchenette in there too, so that people can bring stuff. I do private parties.
I don't think I knew that one.
So I did a little girl's birthday party a couple weeks ago, and then tomorrow I'm doing I can't remember if it's 40th or 50th girls night.
Oh my gosh!
So
wow,
yeah,
I didn't know that one.
Arrangements and stuff for somebody's birthday.
That's cute.
Yeah,
I love that so much. That was one of the things whenever we were originally talking last year is the classes and having that space. So, and that kind of like from a business owner's perspective, that's kind of nice for you so that you can kind of break up your day and you're not behind the counter all day making arrangements. You have people coming and you can socialize a little bit more. I love that so much.
Yeah, it's worked out really, really well. And I every month I print a calendar. I have it there, but I also put it online on my Facebook and Instagram. So, and then I make events, and then you can just get onto there and sign up for the events. We did a floral lantern, pressed flower lantern class a couple weeks ago. It was really, everybody loved that. And that's actually what little girls did for their party.
Oh, cute.
We just did a May Day one the other night. It was just anything and everything. We've done arrangement parties. We've done paint and sip. We do. I have somebody come in and she teaches the paint. And I am not as crafty as I can be. I am not a painter at all. At all. That is not in my wheelhouse. And she just makes it so easy. So teaches you the brush strokes and all that stuff. And it was amazing. And And then I still partner with other businesses. So we're actually in Mother's Day, we're doing a event at Brick and Mirth and K-Web Photography, which is a local photographer here. We're doing a Mother's Day brunch. It's set up like a tea party.
Oh my gosh.
So I will be doing a teacup arrangement workshop
Okay.
during the brunch. Brick and Mirth is catering the brunch, and then you also get a portrait with K-Web Photography.
I love that. So is this at your shop then?
No, it's at Brick and Mirth.
It's at Brick and Mirth. Okay.
On Mother's Day.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask.
on Mother's
It's
Day.
on Mother's Day? Okay. At what time?
At 8 a.m. and we'll be done by 11:30 or before. So if you need to go and do stuff with other, members of your family or whatever, there's still plenty of time to do it.
Oh my, that is so
Next
cute.
year we're going to try and do it on the Saturday. We just didn't
Sure. Yeah.
get it planned and enough time to do it. So, but yeah, it's we've already gotten so many people signed up. So
Where can people sign up?
at brickandmirth.com.
brickandmirth.com. Check it out. Go look at the events tab. Is that right?
I believe it's under the events tab. Yeah.
Yeah, and go sign up for that so you can hang out with mom, have a tea party, arrangements. I mean,
Luscious
come on.
tablescape. It's going to be so amazing.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I love themed parties. Like, take Mother's Day out of it. Even if you guys just did like a tea party and everyone dressed up in like
That's
the
what
cute,
it's
fun.
That's what it's for.
How
Yes.
fun is that? That is so much fun.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh yes, I know what I was gonna say. The other feature that you have at your business that I love is your, I don't really know what to call it, but you essentially have a cart.
My honor system flower cart.
Honor system flower cart. I love it so much. Okay, so I don't know if anybody's ever seen like the books where you can rent a book. It's like a little shelf and you come by, take a book and then put it back. Please tell us about this. This is so cute. It is immediately in front of her business building. I love this.
So you don't even have to come in the building. There is a QR code that takes you straight to my payment processing. It's not Venmo, it's Square. So it takes you just scan it with your phone, takes you straight there. Or you can do cash. There's a cash box. There's bouquets anywhere from $10 to $30 or $35 depending on what bouquets are out there. And you just pick what you want and pay for it right there, and there you go. Good to go.
I was looking up, I wanted to share the address of is 801 Cedar?
801 Cedar
Is
Street.
so when you're going down there, like she was just saying, check it out, scan the QR code, take the flowers, so pretty. Even beyond the prettiness, I just think the idea is so cool. I drove by one day and then I think I brought it up to Amanda. I'm like, did you know? She was like, oh yeah, I've done it and blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I have got to do that and I still haven't. I need to go by and do it. So anyway.
Yeah, no, it's really, it was an idea that I got out of stopping at a vegetable cart here in town.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yes.
well, if they can do it with vegetables,
Absolutely.
why can't I do it? So then I looked it up, and there's actually another lady that does it down in Branson. In Hollister, right outside Branson. And so I took a trip to Branson.
Did you really?
I did, and did my research.
Wow.
And to find out how to do it and what worked for her, what didn't work for her. Picked her brain a bit, and then
And here we are.
here we are.
I think it is so cute. One of my favorite things about your whole setup, house, business, the cart, is everything matches.
I'm a matchy girl. It's got to match.
Everything is like so aesthetically pleasing to look at. Like, it's just all symmetrical. The house matches the building, matches the cart. Everything just looks so nice and so cohesive. You really feel like you're walking into this sophisticated place where you can get your flowers for whatever the occasion is, and it's so cool. The other thing, so we touched on Mother's Day. That's coming up. Obviously, a really great reason to invest in some arrangements to give to your mother or motherly. What's the word I'm looking for? Guardian.
Women, the women that are important in your life.
The women that are important to your life. The other thing is graduation. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a big one too.
Yes.
Which one ends up being bigger? Do you know?
Definitely Mother's Day.
Really?
Yeah, definitely Mother's Day.
That was my original thought, was Mother's Day. But then as I said graduation, I'm like, wait, I can totally see that being a big deal.
I mean,
too.
I have several graduation parties that I'm doing. So yeah, it is definitely, that's the thing. Since I started, I haven't stopped. Like, I just cannot, and I'm just so humbled and blessed. I just can't get over how many, supporters I have. It's just amazing. So we really haven't stopped. We went straight from opening to Valentine's Day, which is like,
oh God.
Valentine's Day is the florist Super Bowl. It's just the way it is. And Mother's Day is our playoffs. So,
oh man.
So I went from opening to Valentine's Day to a little bit of downtime, not much, just a little bit. And then Easter hit. Then we had, then Easter hit. And then now we have prom. And boutonnieres and corset or whatever they're called. Well, and the new thing now is for the girls to have bouquets, little mini handheld bouquets. Oh yeah,
we always did the bracelets, whatever those are called.
Yep, the little
corsages.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So, and something that I do a little different for prom is I prefer. I'll do whatever you want, but I prefer the snap bands. You know, the old school slap bands?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, they have snap bands that you'd use as corsage things now, and they come in all different colors.
Oh, that's nice.
Because it fits anywhere from a daddy-daughter dance. Yeah. Like I use those for them.
Real small.
All the way up to a bigger sized wrist.
Yeah.
So, and then for the guys, I use magnetic boutonnieres.
What a great idea. No needles.
No, you're not going to shish kebab your prom date.
Yeah.
And, or at a wedding, great Aunt Gertrude's not going to make you bleed when she gives you this humongous hug.
The fact that it's great Aunt Gertrude, I can't even say it. It just flew right off your tongue. I can't say that.
Yes. My God. So there you're not gonna be drawing blood on your
yes, no blood on prom or wedding day or anybody. That's funny. So Mother's Day's coming up. Mm-hmm. Get flowers, please. Fleming Floral Station, 801 Cedar.
I'll have a bunch of other stuff, not just flowers. So that's something else that we do. Is I have a shop, mm-hmm. so it's not just there is a storefront. Mm-hmm. So we have gifts and different gifts than you would get other places. I have some local artists that hand engrave stuff, have a lot of wildflower things, that kind of thing. And then I have my new signature scent for candles. Ooh. I had I don't know what you call it, a scentologist that makes candles come in, and I got to play and decide what I wanted with the scents.
Oh my.
I have two. One of them is sun-kissed floral or flowers, sun-kissed flowers, and the other one is fresh bouquet. And you can only get them at my shop because I made the smell. So, and then the candle company.
What does that process look like?
It was so fun. So they came in with all these bottles of all these different kind of oils and stuff. And literally for an hour and a half, we would dip things and then smell. And then I'm like, ooh, no, I don't like that or whatever. And I eliminated certain things and then decided I liked certain things. And then we started mixing them. And so we mixed the smells and decided what we liked, and that was it. So we got to do that, and it was so fun. And then it took a while to actually make the candles, because they have to figure out how much of that smell has to go in it, and then find out what it smells like when it burns. Does it still smell good when it burns, and all that. And so she did all of that, and it's Activated Faith is the name. It's a local company. They're from Liberty, and so
wow, yeah, that is so cool. So please, Sunkissed Flowers, and Fresh Bouquet. And the Fresh Bouquet one, I think, smells like when you walk in my cooler. Okay. It's just that overwhelming smell of such fresh flowers. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I really worked hard to get it to smell like that. Mm-hmm. And so, it smells like that. So
I love it. Cool. Is there anything else that you want people to know about the evolution of Fleming Floral Station? The new location, I strongly encourage everyone to go check it out and go inside, look around. Honestly, for the architecture alone, but you should definitely buy something while you're there.
Well, I think I tried really, really hard. So somebody asked me, like, what's your style? And I'm like, I would say like modern farmhouse bougie. So
yeah, or I get that,
because like my backsplash in my work area is Carrara marble.
Oh, I remember that. Oh,
it's beautiful.
It's so beautiful. Yes.
If you can say that a bathroom is spectacular, my bathroom's pretty spectacular.
Yes, there are not spectacular. Have you been back to the bathroom in this office?
No, I haven't.
Not spectacular. It's quite the opposite.
So I have great, big, huge floral mural in the bathroom. So I tried.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I tried to bring a little bit of glam into the rustic.
Yes.
So, and the same thing with my consult room, which the last time we were here, we talked about what would set me apart and what I wanted to do differently in my business. And one of them is for whether it's a bride or a grieving family to have a place where they could sit and talk and tell me their wants and wishes, and especially when it's a grieving family. I want to know about that person so I can incorporate those special touches into the floral.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the biggest compliments that I have gotten. Actually, somebody reached out just last night and was just like, thank you so much. Like, you nailed it. Like, it was like they made it themselves kind of thing. It was just, so that was just really cool to be able to give them that space. I didn't want someone to have business as usual going on behind them. I'll never forget when I was picking out my flowers for my husband's funeral. Somebody came up and bought an anniversary arrangement while I was picking out his funeral flowers. Oh. And I'm just like, it just like wounded me on a level I'd never, like one more assault to the already hurt.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never have that again.
Right.
I didn't want that for anybody else. I didn't want that to be the case. So I have a consult room that is separate. It is behind a door, behind a wall, where it is completely separate from the shop area and shopping area, I guess I should say, to where we can sit and we can talk and
I'm glad you brought that up. That's a really great point to make. Is it like would you call it like a consult room?
It's a consult room, yeah.
Yeah. Like you said, again, for the people that need the time and space away from others.
Right. To
be able to have that, and especially with you, to sit, talk through things, because that's impactful, meaningful, and and this is like one of my favorite things about you, is your ability to take your pain and give something so much better to everyone else. That's, whenever you went through that, that's not what you had, that's not what you were given, and you took it and you thought, what can I do to make my experience or give a different experience to someone else, and that's what you've done.
Well, that's what we're kind of called to do, is
Yeah.
to make the world a better place.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I take a negative experience that I have had and
Yeah.
grow on it and turn it around and make it a positive experience for somebody
Yeah.
else, if you can have a positive experience in those moments. But
I think you can.
to not have the same experience that
Yeah.
I had. I wouldn't want that for anybody. So I did things a lot different in the building of my building and in every aspect of my business. I really tried to do things different than any other florist I'd ever seen. So, and I visited many, many florists and took ideas and talked to them and got, feedback and everything on their space, on their stuff. So one of the things is I do all of my floral, which means that a lot of times you walk in and it's a mess. I do all of my floral and everything right there in front of everybody. I don't do it in the back room like a lot of the florists do.
That's a great point. That is how it is.
Because I didn't want people to be like, well, what's she doing back there? Kind of thing. I wanted people to be able to see me do it.
Have you ever gone to Branson wait, did I already say this to you? I feel like I may have. You know when you go to Branson and you're in like Silver Dollar City and they like make the glass?
The artisans.
Or whoever, whatever it is, or the metal shapers, I don't even know what they call them, but it's that.
Yeah.
Because I'm fascinated. I'm so fascinated by what you do. Oh my God, you know what you should do for a post? You should film yourself making an arrangement and then do a time lapse of it.
I did. I actually did that.
Did you?
Just this week. I just posted it this week.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It's.
I gotta go look at it.
I was making a floral. It was for a wedding. I made a floral crown for a flower girl, and I time lapsed it. And
oh my gosh, I love that.
It. Yeah.
See, like that stuff is so cool to be able to see you kind of like making your magic happen. To watch that's so cool.
Yeah, it was really fun to do that. It was interesting to figure out how to do it, but it was really fun too. So, but yeah, no, I really wanted a different feel when you walk in my door, and that's one of the things that I've had so many people comment on is, wow, you used every single inch of this space.
You really did.
And it feels good in here. And I think it's just and smells good. It smells really good.
Of course, yes, has to.
But yeah, I did. I used every single inch. I even have a spiral staircase that goes up to my office and my storage area.
Yep.
On the second level, and you would never guess that by looking at it from the outside, but that it's that big in there. But it is. Yeah, I really tried to think every little aspect through. I even had a scripture writing party before I opened. The inside of the walls through the whole entire building are filled with scriptures written on them.
Where?
They're inside the walls. So when you walk in...
So I can't see them?
No, because they're inside the walls. Before the wall that was just studs, I had all of my friends and family over and anybody else that wanted to come, and they wrote scriptures all inside the walls.
Oh my, so you've been planting good vibes for a long time.
Exactly.
Oh my.
Exactly.
That is very cool. I don't think you told us that last time.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love the intention behind that.
Right. Well, it's exactly like you said, good vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a different feel in there, and it's palatable. You can feel it. So yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it's good things.
Yes, all good things. Well, thank you so much for coming on again.
Yeah.
I greatly appreciate you taking time out of your day. I know you are wicked busy.
Yeah, right before.
I know. Well, it probably would have been less pressure on you if we would have done it, back in mid-April like we planned.
Oh, but I was so busy I couldn't even, that was the problem.
So maybe it was just going to be busy no matter what. But anyway, I'm so grateful that you took time out of your day to come on and talk. And I'm excited to pull the clips and blast you out to the world again so that everybody knows where to find you. Now you have a physical location to go to. And please, please, please check out the building. Check out the cart out in front. Check out the events going on at Brick and Mirth so you can join in on the parties, especially the one coming up on Mother's Day.
Yeah, just shop local for Mother's Day this year.
Yes.
And we will have, the whole back room is going to be just full of Mother's Day flowers and Mother's Day gifts. And so come shop local.
Yes. And then one question for you. So the events that you do at your location, can those be found on your website?
They are not on my website. I've got to figure out how to do, it's all that.
Yeah.
Got to figure out stuff still.
Yep.
So I don't have them there, but they are on Facebook.
Okay.
So you can do it through Facebook, or you can just call. You can just call, and we can do it.
Give you the rundown.
Yeah. Over the phone.
Cool.
So.
All right. Well, thank you again. I appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yes, of course.